and welcome to our Spring 2023 Vessel News Show. I'm Josh Wary.
And I'm Ray Voss. It was a busy semester here at the University of Sioux Falls. We have stories about the theater department's productions, the new tiny library, the Cougar Cupboard, and the new football coach.
First up, students and faculty enjoyed a spectacular art show back in February, featuring art from 37 local artists. Daniel Hoopaw talked to participants about the event.
The inspiration, I guess, came from, with these shows, we try to stick to basics, like things that artists experience early in their careers. And then also it was like a timing thing with the season. Like I mentioned, the people feel the blues more in the wintertime, right? And the only cure for the blues is to get it out, to be with people and to talk about it and express that. So with the time and with the back to basics kind of season theme, that's kind of where all that came from. And I think it puts a voice to, or puts something tangible, a tangible way to experience the ephemeral and the metaphysical realities that we live in. So like the emotions that we experience all the time, just like anxieties and fears, like that stuff is really difficult to talk about, but art is a language, right? So art can describe those things and contextualize those things.
Well, the Raven I did actually while I was on a date with somebody. We were sitting in the back of my truck and we were just sitting outside by a park, and I happened to see a couple ravens fly by, and I just thought that would be interesting. Honestly, the other one was probably more challenging because I'd never really done a full piece in colored pencil before. That was the first time I'd really tried to do it and making it look smooth and blended. So that was challenging for me, but it was still fun to do.
Been doing a larger series that really talks about the combination of body and soul. And we are our bodies, we are our souls, they cannot be separated, kind of exploring those ideas. But playing music is one of those experiences where it's your full body. So it's just kind of an exploration of that. What does it mean to have an embodied experience?
Title 10's goal is to exhibit local artists in Sioux Falls and to raise the local understanding of artwork, fine art specifically. And then in addition to that, we always try and put on a good show so that people have fun and that people leave with like a wholly positive experience.
It was a great show. Be sure to check your email for information about upcoming art shows.
At the beginning of the semester, 9 USF theater students were given the opportunity to see their original works come to life on stage. Josh has more on this story.
My ladyship, you don't mean Lucy? My tools, please.
It's an opportunity that many playwrights would die for, and it happened right in the heart of campus. Last February, the USF Theater Department hosted Play Date 3, a one-night-only event showcasing the work of student playwrights. Unlike a traditional production, each play featured was performed as a staged reading, meaning no sets and, to the actors' relief, no memorizing lines. Associate Professor of Theater Alicia Jelfs directed this year's Playdate.
My favorite thing about Playdate is how many people we can get involved. In this year's production, we had nearly every theater, major, minor, and scholarship holder participating, and that's a really fun evening of collaboration.
Madeline Fremrich, a Theater Studies and Business Administration double major, was one of 9 playwrights to have their pieces performed. Her 10-minute play, Pickle Jar, follows the story of a husband and a wife as they come to terms with a miscarriage. For Fremrich, this was the first time having her work put up on stage.
This was a terrifying experience, but it was really fun. I think that there are things that I would like to add or tweak, but it was really cool hearing other people's perspectives of it.
As the name suggests, Playdate 3 marks the theater department's 3rd year hosting the event. It may also be its last.
While Playdate has served us very well in previous and present seasons, we know that seasons change. And with that, I cannot speak to absolutes for the future, but I do know it's important to celebrate Playdate while we can, which is exactly what we did with Playdate 3.
For the Vessel Online, I'm Josh Wary.
Lights fade out, end of play.
As previously mentioned, Playdate 3 ran for one night, opening and closing on February 16th with high attendance.
February was a big time for USF Theater. Never Send to Know, directed by Cale Engelkiss, ran the last week of the month. For more, here's Gunnar Gould.
Senior shows at the University of Sioux Falls are a way for theater majors to show what they've learned during their time at USF. Cale Engelkiss, a media studies and theater major, chose Never Send to Know as his show.
I picked Never Send to Know because voice acting is something that I'm very passionate about. And Never Send to Know is, it was framed in a way that it's a radio show. So the reason that voice acting comes through that is because on the radio you don't see anything going on and the story is told entirely through the way lines are said and the way words are spoken and things like that. So the short of the answer is I picked Never Send to Know because it was a fun murder mystery type of show that focused primarily on the voice acting because of the medium that it was on.
While Engelkiss has helped out with other shows in the past, this is his first time directing, which has brought a whole new set of challenges, chief among them being combining his vision for the play along with those of the actors.
I am a big actor. I've never directed anything before, and this was quite difficult. It was a lot of learning and a lot of making decisions to make things just that little bit more better. When you're an actor, you can only influence yourself and influence the kind of choices that you're making for yourself. When you're in the director's seat, you're influencing choices that your actors make for the whole thing, on top of making sure that the scene is portrayed well with the set design and the lighting design and all that kind of thing. So as opposed to an actor, a director makes choices that affects the entire production rather than just themselves, which it was quite a difficult thing to get used to, but it was very rewarding when things worked out the way that they were in my head.
Never Send to Know is Matthew Sterrod's third experience with stage management, previously working on Love's Labor's Lost, a main stage production, and Constellations, another senior show. The biggest difference, he says, is the relationships of the people involved with the projects.
Senior shows feel much more intimate. We're in a much smaller space, usually on a much smaller time frame. So we're moving quickly in a smaller space, and most of the time, it's when you get asked to stage manage, you usually are at a certain relationship with the director. So I know Cale really well. So, I mean, when he asked me, I was like, yeah, this would be a lot of fun, and it was going to be nice and collaborative.
Never Send to Know ran on February 24th and 25th with great success. With the Vessel Online, I'm Gunnar Gould.
We congratulate Cale on his accomplishment and wish him well on his next journey.
Every year, the theater department here at the University of Sioux Falls puts on 2 main stage productions, one in the fall and one in the spring. This fall, they produced Shakespeare's Love's Labor's Lost. As for their spring production, I was able to sit on the rehearsal process and chat with the director of the production, Alicia Jelfs. Things are gearing up for the University of Sioux Falls Theater Department as they get ready for their spring musical, Once Upon a Mattress. The director for the show, theater professor Alicia Jelfs, can't wait for the show to come to life.
I'm very excited that this is my first production, especially because the script and just the way that the show has been produced in years past shows that it allows for a lot of creativity. So I have a really great team that has been equally excited about the work, so I'm really excited to see what we come up with.
A show as big as Once Upon a Mattress may seem like a daunting task, but Jelfs and her team are ready for the challenge.
So I've been blessed with a very extraordinary group of folks who are very talented in what they do. So first we have our music director is Amy Morrison, our choreographer is Emily McGarra. And then more on the design side of things, we have Brad Lind as our scenic charge artist who does all of our painting, Jeff McDonald is our scene shop foreman, Kendra Dexter is our costume designer, and Matt Cook is our lighting designer.
And for those of you who may not be familiar with the show, Jelfs has a spoiler-free description.
It closely follows the story of Princess and the Pea, but there are a few unexpected twists and turns that you can look for.
Once Upon a Mattress runs April 19th through the 21st at 7 p.m. with a show on Saturday the 22nd at 4 p.m. in the Meredith Auditorium in the Jeske Fine Arts Building. For the Vessel Online, I'm Ray Voss. For more information on USF Theater, check out their Facebook page at the University of Sioux Falls Theater and on Instagram at USiouxFalls_arts.
When we come back, we'll visit the new campus cupboard and see how students creatively cook in the dorms.
We'll be right back.
If you're a sports fan, you need to check out the exciting atmosphere of a Sioux Falls Skyforce basketball game. As the NBA G League affiliate of the Miami Heat, the Skyforce bring professional basketball and a family-friendly atmosphere to the Sanford Pentagon. In-game promotions offer chances for fans to win prizes, and the Skyforce have many game night sponsorships for businesses to grow and connect in the community. For more information and ticket details, visit siouxfalls.gleague.nba.com.
Exterior, University of Sioux Falls, day. A student walks around campus looking for something to do. He hears something off in the distance.
Scene 2, take 3, action.
The Coos Cinema Club is shooting another film, and they're always looking for new members. Whether you want to be in front of the camera or behind it, now is your chance to make a movie. To find out how you can get involved, follow the Coos Cinema Club on Instagram today.
And cut.
Looking for music, movies, video games, maybe even books? Look no further than Last Stop CD Shop in Sioux Falls. With locations on East 10th Street and West 41st Street, Last Stop has all kinds of entertainment for anyone to choose from. Open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Mondays through Saturdays and noon to 6 p.m. on Sundays, Last Stop CD Shop is your one-stop shop for you and your entertainment wants and needs. Come on down to Last Stop CD Shop today.
Mint and Basil has been a staple in downtown Sioux Falls, South Dakota for the last 9 years. At first glance, this store might appear to simply be a women's fashion boutique, but when you step inside, it's everything you'd hoped for and more. Mint and Basil not only offers apparel, but home decor, kitchen supplies, and even cooking essentials like spices and oils. Visit their website and stop in during open hours and see how this unique shop, nestled in the heart of downtown, makes living an art.
Welcome back. It's barely over a year old, and the Cougar Cupboard has made some positive changes.
The changes mean more and better options for students. Here's David with the story.
Before the beginning of the University of Sioux Falls' new spring semester, the on-campus food pantry, known as the Cougar Cupboard, moved to a new location and added major updates.
The new location is about 15 feet to the left of where the old location was, so now we're in what used to be study room 5.
As for the updates, here's what they are.
So super exciting. So we did buy new shelving. We also bought 2 new rolling standing baskets, and then we received a standing freezer from a donation from an old employee of USF, and then the full-size fridge and freezer we got from another area on campus that wasn't in use anymore.
The Cougar Cupboard is well-staffed with people who are passionate about this project.
Like I was saying, food insecurity can hit you at any age, and I feel like it's important to know these resources exist. When I was doing my undergraduate, I had no idea that resources like this existed, and now as I'm finishing up or starting my graduate program, I'm dealing with a little bit of food insecurity just like everybody else, but my favorite part is also letting people know that it's okay to ask for help and coming and taking as much food as you'd like so you can have a complete meal for yourself.
The Cougar Cupboard is opened during the regular hours of Mears Library. This is David Harrington for the Vessel Online.
All students are welcome to use the food pantry. All the cupboard workers ask is that you write down what you take on their list.
Sometimes students can't make it to the caf for a meal and need to rely on the dorm kitchens. Carter talked to some of those dorm chefs.
The dorm room is set up with kitchen-style cooking, offering students to have different options throughout the day. Gavin Dykstra explains some of the perks of having this dorm room kitchen.
Well, it's super convenient. It's just a walk down the hallway. There's a kitchen right there for you. You still feel like you're at home.
Kelsey Oswald also enjoys having this right down the hall.
You get to come out here and you can do group meals with your friends and just cook together. It's a good community aspect.
The faculty simply ask the students to pick up and keep the place tidy when they're done. As you can see, there are many benefits of cooking on campus. For the Vessel Online, I'm Carter.
Norman B. Mears Library at the University of Sioux Falls has a unique program called Fact of the Day. Rose has the story.
The University of Sioux Falls Norman B. Mears Library has a unique program that makes people often stop and take a glance. The Fact of the Day has a special fact that correlates with the film being shown in the library. Susan Mayer, library assistant and work study coordinator, explains more about the program.
The fact of the day is a historical fact that occurred sometime in the past that happened on that day, whether it's someone's birthday, whether it's a famous person's death, whether it's the winning of a battle, whether it's the coronation of a new king or queen. It can be anything throughout time. And then once we locate the fact, we decide to match that up with material that we have here in the library.
The Fact of the Day has been around for about 2 years, originally started by Mayer as a way to showcase more of the library's resources. It has since been run by a library work study student. Senior work study Caitlin Kodas has been doing the Fact of the Day for about a year.
Use this website called On This Day, and you just go to the day and you scroll, and there's facts from like ADs and BCs on there to present. And I just find a fact that's interesting to me or that I know I can pair a movie with, and I kind of just go from there. Sometimes it's hard because we do kind of have a slim movie selection here, just based on how many movies are in the world. So I just do my best to pair the fact with a movie that works and that makes sense to other people, not just me.
Don't forget to take a look at the Fact of the Day during your next visit to the University of Sioux Falls Norman B. Mears Library. For the Vessel Online, I'm Rose Casey Lee.
Students can do a lot at Norman B. Mears Library, but take a break from your day to check out the Fact of the Day and learn something new.
USF has joined many other public spaces now and has started a free book swap library service. Lauren has the story.
In the McDonald Center, a new service has opened up for USF students. The Little Free Library gives students the opportunity to leave a book and take a book. Andrew Porteous set up the service and explains the demand for it.
Inspiration to start my library in the first place was seeing all the other little free libraries that are around the place. I didn't actually realize Augustana had one, but apparently they have one as well. So we want to provide a resource for not just our students, but the families of our students. I think it's going to be a very diverse population that is going to use this library. We do have students out there who are non-traditional students, who are parents, who have children. I think they will be using that library for books for their own kids. If you look at the library at the moment, probably I'd say 50% of the books in there are children's books. So I think that would be great. I think we're going to have some of our students whose family members maybe Spanish as the first language will be using that. I think you'll notice that the signage for the Little Free Library is in Spanish and English. And once again, if you look at some of the books that are already in there now, I would say probably a third of them are in Spanish. The biggest plan for our little library is to actually put it up outside. We got a grant where they delivered this wonderful little library to us with a box of books. We also have a great big pole that this library is supposed to sit on, and is supposed to be outside. But with our lovely weather here, the ground's too frozen, right? So we want to have, I guess, kind of a little launch for our Little Free Library, in May, where we put it up. We were hoping to sort of paint it purple, put a bit of USF sort of colour to it as well. Then have a little launch party and go from there. So that's the next big plan for our little free library.
This has been Lauren Rambo with The Vessel Online.
Hopefully, students make good use of the free books, but don't forget to leave one in return.
2023 Senior Showcase Season, designed to give graduating theater students a chance to show off their talents, kicked off with a universe-jumping bang back in February. Here's Ben Wolmuth with more on this story.
Every year at the University of Sioux Falls, senior theater studies majors must put on a senior show in order to graduate. These shows, also known as senior projects, are chosen by the individual seniors and are meant to showcase everything they have learned throughout their collegiate education. For Josh Wary's senior show, he decided to try his hand at directing a mind-bending, multiverse-exploring one-act play entitled Constellations.
Yeah, so Constellations follows the relationship between two individuals, Roland, who is a beekeeper, and Marianne, a physicist. And kind of the twist of the show is that it plays into the whole idea of parallel universes. So throughout the show, you see a bunch of different moments play out differently in different universes. So you see when they meet, but that kind of plays out maybe 5 or so different times, or when they have an argument or something like that.
For Wary, Constellations, written by Nick Payne, was a challenge just waiting to be tackled.
Specifically, when I was reading Constellations, one of the first stage directions it gives you is that each indentation in the script is a different universe, and that really piqued my interest. I thought, okay, how do you portray that on the stage? And it was just something I'd never seen in any other play that I read, so it seemed like a great challenge.
Starring in Wary's directorial debut was Riley Robinson and Laura Gerber. Gerber, who has starred in multiple shows throughout her education, says that having only one co-star was the most difficult challenge.
Acting in a show with 2 people is it's a new experience. I mean, it's partially stressful, but also really interesting at the same time because you're really relying on your co-star, and you two are the only thing that are keeping the energy up in a show, which I found to be a really fun challenge to do.
You want me to leave?
Not in a bad way, but yeah.
Have I done something?
For The Vessel Online, I'm Ben Wolmuth.
Wow, Josh, that must have been a great experience. What was it like?
A little stressful, but fun. We're taking another break, but when we come back, we'll look to see how the radio station prepares students for careers on the air.
We'll also talk to the new football coach and check in on track and intramurals. We'll be right back.
Post Pilgrim is a Sioux Falls art gallery that specializes in Native American artwork. Jay White, the gallery owner, says her mission was to bring contemporary Native artwork to the Sioux Falls community. Locals who view Jay's artwork get insight into abstract Native art and see the critical questions it poses about today's society. You can get a taste of Indigenous culture by visiting Post Pilgrim Gallery, located on the bottom level of Last Stop CD Shop. Here you can find one of Jay's pieces to bring home with you and add more color to your life.
At Preaches in downtown Sioux Falls, we believe in practicing what we preach. That means we don't just sell the latest trends in fashion and footwear, we live them. Preaches is not just a store, it's a culture. A community of like-minded people who appreciate quality, style, and individuality. Whether you're a sneakerhead, a trendsetter, or just someone who loves to express themselves through fashion, Preaches has everything you need to stay on top of your game. From the latest trends to timeless classics. It's all here in one place. 225 East 11th Street, downtown Sioux Falls.
Rising temperatures and longer days means it's time to be active outside again. Enjoy the spring season with a trip to Brandon, South Dakota's Farmer Market. Our Farmers Market holds great events for all ages. You can purchase fresh produce, local meats, baked goods, and more every Saturday from May through October between 9 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. Visit our website or Facebook page for more information.
Coach Glow, the new head football coach for the University of Sioux Falls, discusses the transition of becoming USF new head football coach and what he looks forward to in the new season. Cole and Isaac have the story.
For the first time in 6 seasons, the University of Sioux Falls will have a new head man calling the shots, Jim Glogowski, and with him comes a new philosophy.
But what I believe in is
do everything you can so at the end of the day you don't have the what ifs.
Yeah.
And that eliminates the stress from winning and losing, because if you can go to bed at night feeling like you did everything you possibly could, there's no reason not to sleep well.
Much of Coach Glow's new emphasis and philosophy will focus on the hard work and the individual player.
All the way through, get extended, ready? Extended. Hey! Good.
Watch us and say, man, those guys are coached really well, they play really hard, and they don't beat themselves. And if that is truly the case, then your talent can take over. But people talk about talent being the biggest difference, and that's true to a certain extent. But ultimately, that's probably not the number one reason why you win and lose games.
Even bringing in a new mindset to the program, Coach Glow still respects and loves the history of this program.
Anytime you see a program who hasn't had a losing season in 28 years and has won multiple national championships, and only 10, 12 years ago they were NAIA, I think that speaks to the desire of the administration and the school, which isn't always the case at a lot of places.
Yeah.
And it's kind of an afterthought. But here it's not. And so your success and your ability to be successful and have those tools.
Reporting for Vessel Online, I'm Cole Campbell.
Next up, we highlight the USF Intramurals program and how it brings our students together. Caleb has the story.
The USF Intramurals program has been a success in recent years. Assistant Coordinator Angel Martinez speaks on the many benefits in participating.
I think sports just bring together all walks of life. Like right out here right now in intramural basketball, there's some athletes that are participating. There's people who just want to blow off some steam. Things go smoothly, it's competitive, so if you're looking for that competitive edge. Volleyball, last semester we had over 100 students coming in and out, which is amazing to see. There's a lot of sportsmanship out there too. Things aren't blowing up out of hand, so if you're on the fence about that, don't let that deter you from getting involved. It's a great time.
Events Coordinator Grace Pease gives insight on how to get involved in intramurals.
So we have posters and displays on our TVs everywhere around campus, but you can also learn more by emailing me, Angel, Alan, or anyone in Student Life, or looking up on our schedule on the MyUSF page. We chose volleyball and especially basketball because it was also very popular in past years to be our main events that have longest seasons. We also want to innovate and create new opportunities for kids who don't normally participate in these kind of events, so we want not always team sports, so that's where we're doing a field day and also some trivia night just so people can learn more about intramurals and sports in general.
From the Vessel Online, this is Caleb.
KCFS is the University of Sioux Falls student-run radio station. Radio Lab students are trained at the beginning of each semester and learn how to operate the equipment as well as how to produce a radio show. Thomas Scandon has more on the story.
So, if you're coming in here to play music, you can just go right here. There's the X.
At the beginning of every semester at the University of Sioux Falls, media students learn how to operate the radio station. The KCFS radio station is student-run and plays everything from music to interviews. This semester, Everett has been training Radio Lab students so they can do radio shifts on their own.
What I like about Radio Lab is I think that it's really cool that USF is a smaller campus, but they still give us this opportunity to have a Radio Lab. We have the opportunity to reach people 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Students can come and create their own podcast, their own radio show, or play their own music. So it gives students a lot of authority on their own to be creative.
Sierra is a Radio Lab student and was recently trained by Everett.
I kind of got two training processes with Parker before he graduated, which was just kind of like showing me around the radio station, and then Everett actually trained me in detail of how everything works and what everything is. So that was more in depth and way longer, and actually retained the information. So that was what my training was like.
What do I want students to know the most about radio? I just want them to know that they can make the most out of it if they want to. You know, they can create a talk show here, and after they graduate, they can just continue with that talk show out in the real world. So it's really up to them how much they want to get out of Radiolab.
Students say they really enjoy Radiolab.
Well, I took it as a class and I didn't think I would enjoy it as much as I do, and now that I've realized I actually like it, maybe I'll continue doing it just depending on classes I need to take for school. But it's actually really fun, and I've recommended it to people who aren't even media studies students, so.
If you would like to take Radiolab course, contact Dr. Poppins. For the Vessel Online, I'm Thomas.
If you are interested in learning how to work in the radio station, please contact Dr. Poppins in the Media Center.
In the McDonald's Center near the fireplace, you can always find a group of people playing pool. It always seems to be busy. Reagan found out why.
If you walk by the fireplace area near Cooper's Cafe, you may have noticed the pool table is often busy.
Is there a lot of people playing usually?
Yeah, it's really active here at the table, but even if there's already 2 people playing, you can always join in for a 3-way. We call it cutthroat, and so we all have like 5 balls. You gotta try to sink in on the other people's.
Diego James says he's glad someone suggested he start playing the game.
What got you started playing?
So I was just young, and some upperclassmen were telling me like, hey, you should come play, and I was like, oh yeah, sure. And I did pretty well for my first time, and they complimented me on it. They were like, wow, you're pretty good for being so young.
Francis says he plays pool because he is competitive.
Do you sign up to play, or is it fair game when the table is open?
Once again, like I said, I like to compete, and anyone can partake in this game called pool. It's very fun, so if you're walking by, I'm gonna grab your hand and make you play pool along with them.
If you would like to play pool in the McDonald's Center, stop by Student Life and play a round or two. For the Vessel Online, I'm Reagan Lardy.
Name Francis Locho, and this is Kate.
Thank you for staying with us today. Here are this semester's Vessel All-Stars, the students who produce this show and create all the news pieces you have seen today. Each All-Star designed their individual clip, with Elliot Jacos compiling the lineup.
From all of us at the Vessel Online, have a great summer, and we'll see you all next fall.
Hi, my name is David Harrington. I am a junior here at the University of Sioux Falls, and my major is Media Studies. A fun fact about me is I am a dog person, not a cat person.
I'm Elliot Jacos, a junior here at USF in the Media Studies program. Fun fact about me is I enjoy doing voiceover work and different impersonations.
Hey, what's up? My name is Avery Blackwell. I'm a junior Media Studies and Spanish double major here at the University of Sioux Falls, and someday I hope to witness the Aurora Borealis in person.
Hello, my name is Gunnar Gould. I am a sophomore Media Studies and Art major here at the University of Sioux Falls, and a fun fact about me is that I watch a lot of horror movies.
Hi there, my name is Josh Wary. I am a senior Theater Studies and Media Studies major, and fun fact about me, I was born in Canada.
My name is Lauren Rambo. I'm a freshman at USF. I'm a graphic design major, and a fun fact about me is I have 2 pet birds.
Hi, my name is Thomas Gannon. I'm a junior here at the University of Sioux Falls studying Media Studies. My favorite summer activity is to go fishing and catch walleye.
Hi, my name is Rose. I'm a USF student studying art and media studies. I'm a junior, and an interesting fact about me is that I plan on getting my teaching certification to teach English as a foreign language in Korea.
Hello, my name is Caleb Annis. I am a senior media studies student here at USF, and a fun fact about me is I have a Pokemon tattooed on my right leg.
Hello, I'm Danielle Hoopa. I'm a double major in art and media studies, and a fun fact about me is I really like to illustrate cute cartoon dragons.
Hi, my name is Ben Woolmuth. I'm a senior English major here at the University of Sioux Falls, and I am a firm believer in Bigfoot, even though I've never seen one in person.
Hi, my name's Cole Campbell. I'm a senior media studies and marketing student. A fun fact about me is when I was 2 years old, I tackled former Denver Broncos Hall of Fame quarterback John Elway.
Hi, I'm Ray Voss. I'm a junior here at USF. I'm a double major in media studies and theater with a history minor. And a fun fact about me is I've been in nearly 30 different theater productions.
Hi, my name is Regan Lardy. I'm a sophomore at the University of Sioux Falls with a media studies major. And a fun fact about me is that I used to despise reading as a kid, but now I like it.
Hi, my name is Carter Kroll. I'm a media studies marketing major here at the University of Sioux Falls. A fun fact about me is I love the outdoors. I really love farming and spending time with my family.
Hi, my name is Isaac Benoit. I am a sophomore. I'm majoring in media studies at the University of Sioux Falls. A fun fact about me is that I don't eat any sweets besides apple pie.